We just found it really difficult to be a vegetarian. So, how do you cope with that as an athlete and stay at the top of your game?
That's one of the biggest questions I get asked a lot is how do you maintain weight? How do you maintain muscle and different things like that? So the first thing I tell people is just like you said, it's not for everybody. I don't force the vegetarian lifestyle on anybody or anything like that. I just tell people to always be intentional with your diet and being intentional as in learning your body and then learning how to diet your body. So the first thing I always tell people is to make sure you learn your blood type because your blood type has a lot to do with the makeup of how your body is going to gain weight, lose weight, and how it's going to facilitate different things that you eat. So me just being vegetarian here is it's pretty much it's pretty easy because I cook a lot. I love to cook. So one thing I would do is I will always go around to the different markets or just like the different little vendors on the streets and find just healthy ingredients. It's not as hard as a lot of people would think. I would say it was harder in China because China is not as diverse in as far as I would say foods and fruits as it is here. It's pretty much traditional to where it's either noodles or hot pots, and that's pretty much everywhere in China unless you go to more of the bigger cities to where you have just like luxury diners and things like that. But it's still not a lot of vegetarian restaurants and things like that.